Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on another SEC rival, the NC State Wolfpack. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Horned Frogs offense will get the first swing of the game. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Now, he's a beast, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Simon. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. And the Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. So NC State's offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Finding open areas. Oh, he's got some space. And they get him down.
It's such a good sign for your offense when your quarterback is this dialed in early in the game, right? On the RPO, wanted to throw it, nobody open, so he takes off running it himself and gets a big gainer. If I'm the coordinator and play caller, I'm finding more ways to get this guy running the football and keep this defense on their heels.
NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play.
And the big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Clark to fire. Get it out on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective. NC State started this drive with terrible field position, but now a little room to operate. Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top on first down. Turning it on. Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play call by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
And he added the extra point. And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. The Horned Frogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. He'll take it himself. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
On the option. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. Here's the pressure. And he was flat, missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, he's trying to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. And the Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Clark wants to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. At the 35, he's got room. There he goes. At the 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. The corners are walked up tight. From the gun. Give on the inside. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs.
After starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Simon. On the move at the 30. He's loose on the right. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, TCU!
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Florida is just getting dragged through the swamp today. And this fan base, who's so used to doing that gator jump, they're making other gestures today. They're trailing by 14 to Colorado. That's where things stand right now. And, of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Clark to fire. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. He'll pull it on the read. Hard running there. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. A third down try for the offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab on the left. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Tries to get it on the ground. Creates a little space. There he goes. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
Yeah, I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Clark wants to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Fired in from the red zone for the score. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my deep...
Breaks into the open on the left. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. The Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. And off to Jones. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Makes the catch. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jones. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Running back searching for a hole. Gets away from one. He's got space. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. NC State to the line on 3rd and inches. He'll go to the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Clark to fire. Unloads to the right. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Leaves it with the back. Spins away from the defense.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. They'll go to the counter. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. That ball's incomplete. They had the screen all set up, and he couldn't hang on to the ball. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Ezukama. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Motion from the wide receiver. Gonna run it. It's Simon. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Russell. They're working that left side. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5. And the Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Ezukama. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab over the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got the quick pass. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And the Horned Frogs really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Quick strike complete. Just through behind his pad. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Got his man quickly. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Now down 2 touchdowns, 24-10. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Clark wants to throw. Quickly complete. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. Power football with the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Fires to the tight end. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end, and he wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll run the option. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. Just outside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Rushes on him. It's complete to the left. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. 1st and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, NC State!
And this offense has really responded after last week. Last week, man, the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road and win. Come back home, you feel confident, you're in your routine, have answered the bell, took charge of this game late, and looking to go 1-0 this week.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Just a short pass to the tight end.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he did right now.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. The Horned Frogs will hustle to the line. He'll keep it himself. Got enough for the 1st. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just...
Oh, a lot of space. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. San Diego State was able to come away with a hard-fought victory inside Snapdragon Stadium. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
NC State has work to do to convert this third down. Clark to fire. Another incompletion on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. This feels like a pivotal moment. Get the ball back on the punt. You need to put points on the board on this drive.
Yeah, it's a sense of urgency right now has got to be high for this offense. Trailing the way they are here, David, they've got to be able to put something together, score some points, and build confidence.
Yeah, it's not panic time, but you do want to build that confidence and find something that you can do well to start to build on. I think this offense is starting to figure themselves out a little bit.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Fakes to grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Leaves it with the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And it slips just inside that right upright. Now the lead is down to 11.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Clark wants to throw. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll try to get it through the air. Gets it to him on the screen. Breaks into the open. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. He'll get down to avoid the hit, but he might not be able to avoid this penalty flag.
Hold.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. On first down, here comes this offense. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And nobody responsible for picking up the free safety because, David, frankly, I don't believe they thought he was coming.
No, and whose responsibility is that? The quarterback. If I see the free safety blitzing, I'm throwing the ball deep to somebody to make a play because he can't cover deep anymore, so put that in your back pocket. They want to bring that safety blitz. I'm going to make them pay, and I'm going to throw the ball deep.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Simon. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Got a man. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Horned Frogs in the hurry-up. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get 1st down. And that's a nice job sneaking it.
Touchdown, TCU! And the comeback is on. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
They'll go for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal late. Wide receiver comes in motion. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field, and this guy, I know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the 4th quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for 1 more carry to get that mark.
Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the...
And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. Odd choice to take the penalty there. If you just take the loss, it also costs the offense down. Instead, they'll replay it. To the air on 2nd down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half, and here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Here's the return. He's got great speed. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Horned Frogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Snagged out of the air. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Horned Frogs have pushed it inside the 20. Now on the option. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The offense lining up for a first down play. Holds and fires complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They go to the ground. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Snap to the back. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He'll pull it down. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. Amidst a den of deafening noise, he'll try to tie the game. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And here in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Trying to get behind the defense. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Now on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. He'll do it himself. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Horned Frogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Turning it on. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Russell. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Horned Frogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Using the quick game. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to 44.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
With the catch, it's Thomas. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. And the Horned Frogs getting set on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Simon. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
This offense right on the doorstep. They can grab the lead late as time continues to wind down. A 1st down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Man, and how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
On to attempt the try. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quick pass to the left. He would love to have picked up the 1st down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
And that could save the game, because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Here's a throw downfield late. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. There he goes. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a 1st down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score. Not really a huge decision there. You don't want to give up the football at this juncture of the game, and they're able to keep the drive going.
You know, the head coach here obviously feels like punts and field goals, they're not going to get him back in it, so put this one on your quarterback. Trust in him to go out and execute and give your team a chance to win.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Soto. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Here's the handoff. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Looking to fire. He wants it all. And he was looking to the end zone and they couldn't make the connection.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion now setting up third down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, looking to pass. He caught it. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. They've got him pinned back in a world of trouble, and listen to this crowd coming through. Breaks into the open. Got to 1st down and more. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. This offense tries to get rolling from its own 15 on 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.